You know, in middle school, when kids think they are so cool, they think it's okay to disobey the rules, disrupt the class with a dirty joke, and to only shop at Hollister or Aeropostale. Well, one kid I remember well in middle school is a guy named Tony. Tony thought he was such a stud. He had lots of friends, he was good at sports, and he was into his looks. But he also could be a bit obnoxious. Who could blame him though? After all, this was middle school. I always saw Tony as a popular guy who only made friends with certain people. I realized entering high school, most of my judgments were wrong. Yes, he was still into his looks, where getting swole was a daily goal of his. He loved when people would comment on his muscles, and although some might think this is conceited, if you really knew Tony, it was all just some fun. Tony has many friends, and by many, I mean basically the whole school. He is easy to talk to and makes everyone around him feel comfortable. Tony is a class clown, so you always see him with a smile, as his laugh is the most contagious thing ever. Tony always makes me feel happy, no matter how my day is going. Our friendship had grown fast. I was able to trust Tony with anything. When I left for college my freshman year, I remember we would talk almost every day. He always has something to say, and if I was having a bad day, I could turn to Tony. If I need a laugh, I can turn to Tony. If I need advice, I can turn to Tony. Tony is the kind of guy that is there for anyone and everyone. Even if he is having a bad day, he somehow finds a way to put you first and make sure you are okay. He looks after everyone he cares about. Tony is the only person I know that lives life to the absolute fullest. I'm so lucky to have a friendship unlike no other. Tony passed away July 26, 2015. He was in a car accident with his best friend driving home after a long fun-filled day. His friend was driving while Tony was in the passenger seat. They ran into a semi and died instantly. Tony was only 19 years old. He was so young. Tony will never know how many lives he impacted. The whole town was filled with sadness and tears. His friends and family came together for his funeral service, which was the hardest day of my life. I never imagined losing someone I loved so soon, so young. From this experience, I learned how precious life really is. Your life can flash before your eyes at any moment, just like Tony's. I'm truly blessed to have known Tony, made memories with Tony, and to call him a friend. He is the most extraordinary person I know and will never be forgotten. I hope to live my life how Tony did, with a positive attitude, love, and no regrets.